One was aptly standing in front of the groom, ready to become his wife. They both were smiling while holding each other's hand, but then one felt something heavy hit on her heart. She fell down, and then the wedding turned into war. He picked her up and walked her while having a mysterious smile on his face. The groom was shouting, two men were holding her. Their parents were looking at him with hateful eyes. Mom was so peaceful, she opened her eyes and sat down. She didn't have any pain in her head. She looked at the room and it was weird. She didn't remember anything. She looked at the white ring and her eyes widened and she cupped, and then she remembered that someone hit her on the head and today was her wedding. She got up and wanted looked at the room. At that time she didn't know by whom she got. She was about to open the door, but her gaze transferred on his face. She became scared. She didn't know that after so many years he would do this. She looked at the door and opened it. The music was so rough she walked out while her heartbeat was so fast. She was standing on his chest, watched him sitting on the couch while the few friend girls were beside him. Miller was looking so happy in between them, and those girls were those who used to bully Ryan in school. He looked at her. Oh, Ryan, you wake up, he said while standing up and walking towards her. Ryan became afraid and stepped back. He smirked. Babe, don't get afraid of me now. Where is Hanjun? He smiled, fell, and he became serious. We walked towards him, stood in front of her, and glared at her. Why do you care, huh? Didn't he force you to marry me now? Why are you asking about him? You are with me. You should be happy. I was just asking. She hesitated. He grabbed her hand and let's go. They started ascending the stairs. Where are we going? She asked while fully being scared but tried to act normal. Let's fulfill our dream. Those girls were looking at them while speaking. They walked and Maya was so afraid of him. He was her boyfriend whom she left for Hanjun. Now they were standing in front of each other. One's hearts beating so fast they were going to marry. His eyes was cold and sharp. They were shooting into her eyes. She was so afraid to even look into his eyes. He hesitated to say it, but they got married. She Now they were sitting while she was staring outside and her tears were falling like a stream. He was smoking while she sitting beside her. Her dress was still like that. When she blinked and looked at him like crying baby, he wiped her tears. Now you are free from Hanjun, am I right? Now be happy and don't worry. In room one, felt relaxed after that conversation. They came into the room. He sat down on the couch and while she was about to go to the bathroom, where are you going? To change, he got up and stood in front of her. Let me help my beautiful wife. His baby was so joyful. He opened the veil, and you know what? I'm happy that I've got married to you. But why don't you become the boyfriend of Julie? No, we were never together. I did that just to make you just so that you would come back. But then I saw you really forced to get me against which Hanu, so I decided to get rich first. Really, I did. You did all this to get me. Are you happy to see me rich? Don't be shy of me, your husband and wife now. He said while softly touching her cheek. His baby was so kind but didn't accept this. She thought that he would be abuser to that, but then but what she had done to him in the past, but he was so kind and still looking in love with her. Not go and change. She nodded and again looked at him. About so many girls for you. He looked at his hand and clenched them. He hated her so much. He hated her to the core of his heart. He just wanted to destroy her. He was controlling his anger, but suddenly his cell phone started ringing. He picked up the call. What is Dad is doing? Well, don't call her. Please, and second, she's changing. Do you still have feeling for Dad? Could she play with me? Now forget what she did to you. She's free, but don't forget anything. She need a lesson. You know what you do next. Yes, I know. Just manipulate her and do what she has done. She deserves that same pain you have gone through. You need to be happy, okay? And mine came out nervously. He looked at her and she stood in front of him. Jangu, can I get my cell phone? Is she in front of you? She asked from the other hand. Now it's on you, Jangu. Do whatever you want. Why? What do you want it? I will not call anyone. I need to say just to my clients. I promise you will. I will not call anyone. She grabbed her. He was still at his strike, burning in anger, and the man was so fast. She looked at her and walked towards her. Why are you standing? Let's sit. They sat down on the bed and she was seeing the orders. He was looking at the screen. He didn't change his clothes. Jangu, don't you want to change your clothes? He looked at her and I want to sleep. Nothing. She didn't say anything because she didn't want to force him. She was still afraid. He put his head on her shoulder and closed it as she could feel his fragrance. It was amazing. She remembered everything. Her heart was falling. She didn't know it. He slept within an hour. But she had a chance to call Ranjan, but for her, but she didn't. She put herself on her side and laid down with while helping me to also lay down. She thought that he would not see her face, but she made her. She looked at him. She turned her face. He hugged her. She closed her eyes and she just wanted to accept everything because he was not a stranger. As he said, it was her dream to marry him. The next morning, when opened her eyes and there was no one, she sat down and her cell phone was not there. She got up and peeped out of the room. He was sitting downstairs while holding a cup of coffee. She decided to change her clothes and went out after that. He looked at her and smiled. He sat down beside her. He sat down beside him. And what do you want? Right now I have everything you can say. I can't buy for you. I want to eat your favorite food. He nodded and ordered the mess to mate. She was silently sitting beside him. He was using his cell phone. Suddenly a girl entered while smiling. She was dead. Kavan was looking at both of them. He you so much. He sat and hugged him on his face. For I could. He made the girl she hated. I also miss you. Let's say she smiled and sat while giving her side eyes to wine. They started talking as they were old friends. Wine was quiet. All the time she felt her to seem like a that with her, she was so touchy and touched him every time. She felt ignored and neglected, but she bore it. Why he's talking to her? Didn't he hate her because she bullied me? Didn't he push me in the didn't he push her in the pot because she admitted that he forgot she hurt me so much? He's not stopping her from touching me. Why? But why I'm getting jealous so easy? They are not friends. I don't want to be friends with him. Do I still leave him? She became confused. I saw him after 5 years and I was against two. Hanji, but still why I'm getting jealous. I wanted to pretend to be happy because I'm afraid of him, but still I felt for him. Our breakup was a worst thing, but still I'm getting these feelings. She was confused about him. After that, they ate breakfast together. They didn't even talk to Bhai. And after Yoni arrived, he didn't even look at my man. Felt after breakfast, why and I'm going to win. He said and walked up without even listening to why. Man didn't turn behind him or ask him. She was just seeing his behavior. In the room, she came and looked at the cell phone. She grabbed it and she still had chance to call Hanjun, but she was confused. Why didn't she want to call Hanjun? And wanted to stay with Janku. She stayed at the cell phone and didn't call or ask for help from him. When she lay down and she didn't know what happened next. She believed that he wouldn't do anything wrong with her because he still loved her so much. Here, Janku was looking at the screen of phone when she didn't call anyone. He thought that she would call Hanjun and begged him to save her because she loved him. If not, he didn't, but she did. He left for him and he still asked her on his side of her betrayal. He knew that she was acting like she was happy with me just to show him that she didn't leave him for Anjun. Julie entered and Janku closely left her. She walked towards him and he held her. He said, Janku, let me massage your forehead. She was about to touch him, but Julie mocked her. She smiled and, okay, do you eat breakfast? She nodded and she was Brian's ex-friend. She left. Janku didn't know that he married Brian. Mrs. Jones invited us as a couple, but as a couple we are not a couple. But people see us as a couple. Mrs. Jones loved together, can't go with someone else. But why can't you? Why do you always ignore me? Dear Philip, and he looked at her. Why are you crying? Stop it. You always hurt me. Why do you not accept me? Really, just go. I'm not okay to talk about this matter. You never wanted. She got up and walked away crying. He was staring at her. He couldn't do anything what she wanted. She had him so much, but she was there when one left him. But he never felt. He felt with why, and he didn't want to break her heart. In the middle of dinner, man was sitting alone, and he still didn't come back. He was all alone, and her mind was full of bad thoughts. Suddenly, the door of the room opened, and she looked at it. He ended with a flower bouquet. She got up and he walked towards her and while smiling for his dream for her. This is for you. She grabbed it while smiling. Eat by you last night, late night meetings. I'm also fed up with them. But it's my job. It's okay. Do you want to eat anything? No, I was waiting for you. She smiled and let's sit, he said. And while picking her up, he put the spoon in front of her mouth and felt her. What did you do the whole day? It was so boring. He hummed, if you get bored again, then call me. Okay, she started eating while he was sitting beside her looking at her. Their life went like this. He never behaved rudely with her or hurt her. She didn't contact Hanjun or her family. She started to fall for him again. He was still that polite boy for her. They went for many places in just a month. Now she was like, getting ready to go with him. Amusement park. They came and went stood in front of the horse riding. She smiled and, no, I can't. Jungkook, please, we will enjoy it. No, I'm not a little kid now, so please do it. She forced him and they sat down and he was smiling while she was giggling. He was happy. Suddenly he turned his gun and Julie was standing from while looking at them. Her eyes were broken and the red stopped. They got down and, do you enjoy this wine? Asked and he nodded. He again looked at Julie and wine also looked at her. Hi Julie, she said, but Julie ran from there. What happened to her? Don't know. Let's see more things. They came and I was so tired and she fell asleep. She put her on the bed and was about to go, but she grabbed his hand. And you are also tired. Let's see. He lay down beside her and she hugged him. Was slimming his cell phone was on silent because Julie was calling him instant. Julie threw her cell phone angrily and now he's not picking up the call. She shouted Alexa while looking at her madness. He gets what he wants. He gets back with that teacher cheated. Does he forget that she teacher cheated on him? She left him for his stepbrother. And still he married her. She was crying like a mess. He never gets over her. He always manipulates him. You should stop doing this. No. Alexa lay down on the couch while Julie was going crazy. The next day, I woke up and saw him sitting on the couch was staring at the first junk. He looked at her and what are you doing there? He wanted me to come to you. She nodded. He got up and laid down beside her while hugging her. She could feel him. She looked at him and The office he entered and Julie was standing there. Why don't you tell me that you married? She asked. I just don't want to. Why do you forget she cheated on you with your stepbrother? That bitch doesn't deserve to be hacked. Julie, just go, please. So now you started to get tired of me. Don't forget I was with you. I don't understand. Now go or don't eat. My mom, he touched it and she angrily walked out while crying. He opened the laptop and looked at the project. At that time he was fresh. He didn't want any trouble. Once eyes were on them and she didn't want to think negatively, she sat the room and half done and walked out. They were still sitting while they were talking secretly to each other. I was getting there. She walked towards them and he looked at her. Let's eat. Mine are already had dinner with you. You can eat. What do you want to? She wasn't asking when he looked up because he wanted to. Does he have to ask? Does he have to ask you? Her tone was awesome. She didn't say anything to her. No, I was just asking. She asked. Started eating and they both got up and looking at them. Uni grabbed his stand in one's face. Good night, handsome. He smiled and she walked towards the room. He was staring at her. Man was staring at him. In room, he was sitting on the bottom. Why does she come here? House is dramatic. That's okay. We forget what she did in the past. We should forget the past because many things are unforgettable. The next time I was sitting with them, they were on one couch and Vashi was on another. They were too frank and touchy. I was just staring at them. Suddenly, when he broke the glass and man, can we create this? She looked at Janko and he seemed okay. Maid can do this, do this. Yuri noted while smiling. Man wanted to slap her. She just sat there, burned her heart while seeing them together. She waited all day to talk with him. She couldn't bear that. Why was Yuni so touchy with her? Why was she controlling herself? At night he entered the room and conveyed this. He looked at her. What did this be? Why Yoni is so touchy with you? Why did you ignore me? Her eyes were a tears. She hurt me so much in the past and you are with her and are you crazy? What are you doing? What are you listening to? Or why you are doing what she orders? I don't want to let her know about my thoughts. I will break her heart. She broke me. You don't have to worry. I'm just seeing what she will do. Why she is still lying. She will never tell you the trick. He nodded and closed his eyes. Dad broke after seeing him in between girls. He was sleeping while they were sitting beside him. The place was so weird and when he was also there, she walked towards him and harassed him. He opened his eyes and smiled. Let's go home. Where are you doing? I was joined. Don't you want to join? Okay, first meet Bonnie. Winnie, she's the best in all of them. Janko, stop and let's go back. He stopped and smiled. Man, don't be so narrow-minded. We are just friends. Okay, let's go back. She nodded and looked at the girls and waved at them. Walked out with Y.N. In the car, I was crying, but he was just staring at her. I just don't understand why you are crying. He turned her face, didn't say anything. He also didn't utter a word and just closed his eyes. The next day, he opened his eyes and Maya was sitting beside him in demonstrative condition. She was still crying. Her eyes were swollen. He looked at her. Jangwan, stop crying. Why crying? I was just in between my friends, but I don't want to go in those friends. You are just overreacting. I'm surprised that you are saying this. So forget how you sit in between them. But why don't you understand? This hurts me. Hurt is a small word to describe him. Actually, nobody knows better than me. She looked at him and knew what he wanted to say. Now stop crying. It was a party. I will not go there again. Promise. Yes, promise. He said by putting his face again in the pillow. She let him while hugging him. He was not like this, she was like this, but they both changed. She closed her eyes and hurt was greeting them. She knew that while he was doing this, she didn't want to lose him. She loved him. She wanted him to forget everything, which was hard for him. He couldn't forget the cheating he back up. One came back from the hospital and she and was sitting on the was smiling. When you are here, but you were saying that you were in a meeting room. I came here, well, I looked at Juni was sitting beside me. She looked at the baby. Give him to me. He demanded, but he said, no, he was to go, but when you can go, you are free now. She stopped my front. What are you saying to your aunt? For whom you left me, I don't want to go. I'm your wife. Yes, but I don't want to. You know what? Why am I to hurt you? But I didn't even touch you. I was waiting for this moment. Now you and I are strangers. The baby is no more yours. But you know, remember making a sad face. Her eyes filled with tears. Don't do this. I love you so much. I can't will live without my baby. She said while sitting in front of me. Don't forget what did you to him. You are a cheater. No, I'm not. Don't lie. We know everything. It was all your drama. You wanted to go with him. My uncle, please listen to me. I don't want you to leave. Why are you doing this to hurt you? I want to do many things, but I don't know why it stopped me. Now I don't want to live with you. No, please don't do this. This is our baby. How can you do this to me? He looked at the girls and they dragged her outside. Julie was smiling while he was just staring at her and they threw her out of the mansion. She cried while begging him to let her in. She wasn't give. The past was coming into her when she didn't forget anything. She just sat there while crying. Many hours passed, but he didn't come back. She waited for him. She just wanted to tell everything to clear the misunderstanding, but the time has passed. Suddenly, a car stopped beside her, and Yoni came out. She smirked, and her mind was sitting there like a dumb dog. He wouldn't let her enter. Her engine stopped the car, and she looked at him. He would come out and whined, but stay away from me. This happened because of you. No, more, not because of me. He just didn't believe. Let's go. He will not come out for you. I don't want to go. With this, she got up and started walking. So this is the end of everything ever she wants. She must be happy now. We'll not go back to him if he thinks I'm cheated and I gone because she was talking to us about he was falling. I will get my son back. She wiped her tears and just walked. It was her mistake. She didn't tell him and hide him from everything from the beginning. Now this was her and she was going crazy. He broke her heart and she would never recover from this.